Okay, here's a new video, and I did quite a bit since the last video. I don't think the baffle was in the last one. The baffle is in. It's got that construction adhesive, the high strength stuff, which turns into metal after it's done drying. Then I painted it, and here's the front face plate. This is the back side. The front side is just raw like this yet. I got to do this part here first. Alright, you won't even, I don't think you'll see it, but it's just, I had to paint. I might as well. I still got enough paint to do the whole box and probably 10 more boxes, so it's not a big deal. Wanted to do everything right. And I made these. Now these two I don't have to use, but I did. These are birch. Something left of another speaker box I had. I always keep scraps because you never know. Always keep scraps as long as they're big enough. Even small, narrow rectangle pieces you can use for something. But I try to keep every scrap I can. Now I don't need these two. I might put these two at the top, sort of to stop any kind of flex from up here. These subs they're not going to flex it too hard, but it's core. Yeah, I definitely needed these two here on the outside because my previous box it did flex quite a bit. So with 40 inches wide, you definitely need something. So that's what these are for. Undecided about these. I want to keep them down there or put them at the top. But she's all painted black on the inside. So now the next step is put the subwoofers in, wire them up, and then I can put the faceplate on. I don't necessarily have to wire them up, but I do have to put the subs in. Now with the faceplate here, this is, like I said, the back side. Front side's just raw, like I said, like this. That's why you see the notch. The notch is on the other side. They're for the beauty rings, but I will show you the beauty rings. Let me see here. Yep, this is the right one. There we go. Beauty rings. Kind of reminds me of like a mix between Spider-Man and Batman in a way. I don't know why. Might be the shape of the windows, look like the eyes. But of course then you'll have that one on this side too. The paint's got a little tack to it. It's been drying for almost 24 hours. So yeah, that's what it'll look like the front after it's done. Of course there'll be windows in there. A small update, what I've got done so far. Like I said, today subs will be mounted and a faceplate will be put on. Do a little bit of body work, fill in all the little screw holes, and connect the sealed part to the ported part. And after that's all done, then I got a primer and paint. That's another thing. If you ever paint MDF or anything for that matter, you got to primer it first. Otherwise, you just keep on spraying. It'll soak in, spraying and soak in. It'll take 10 coats before it starts to look glossy. Say, for instance, like this. I did not primer this because I'm not ready for that yet. That'll be part of the outside. But I did primer this. See? And I've sprayed this, and it's hit this every time I hit this. There's about 5 coats on this. You can tell the difference. Because what the paint is doing is just soaking in the wood. It's not sitting up top where it should be. It's got a lot of dust on it. But always primer before you paint. Of course I use professional primer and paint. I don't rattle can. But you can use rattle can. It doesn't matter. You know, you can see the primer over there, the buckets. It's been well used. That primer's about skunked. There's not much left, probably enough to do this box, and that's about it. This box is huge. But there you go. Well, if you're wondering what that is back there, that's did that $150 subwoofer challenge, and it's got 15 little 6.5-inch subs in it. But this is what's going in next. My own personal box.